Tamora, Executive Vice President, Impact Wrestling. Welcome to Bound for Glory. Questions?
Big news coming out of last night, the Impact Wrestling show WrestleMania weekend for doing TNA. Earlier today we saw that the Young Bucks, AEW execs obviously are invited. What are the plans behind that if they accept, and what are they looking to do going into that weekend if they accept?
You know what? Kind of threw it out there. The people liked it. We like to do different theme things at WrestleMania. You saw us versus AAA, 2 years ago at WrestleCon. Last year at United We Stand, it was basically all these different companies coming together under one roof for what all of us as wrestling fans want, which is just see great action, and that's where you got to see a dream match like, the Lucha Brothers versus Sabu and RVD, which led to RVD being here with us still today. As we looked for things, look, there's always going to be a polarizing effect to TNA, but the fact is, for a lot of us out there, there's a lot of great memories of it. So for one night, let's relive the positive memories of TNA, and let's leave all the other stuff in the back. Let's remember those positive times that made us love some of those moments in TNA. And I think it's cool that, look, Matt and Nick Jackson are two cool dudes, and they are like all of us, they're wrestling fans. So when they tweeted out there, and basically that photo of them with the TNA logo, well then, how could I not respond? So certainly the door is open on our end if they wanted to come in, as I quoted our good friend Tommy Dreamer, let's, no politics, no BS, just wrestling. Sometimes we can't do that business-wise, but if it's possible, Matt and Nick want to come down, if little somebody in a tower wanted to let Bobby Roode do a Team Canada reunion, or the face that runs the place come back to where he was the face originally, then doors are open.
This company a few years ago has seen a drastic upswing in full momentum. Sold out show here tonight. You mentioned the TNA event next year. Also, there's a lot of other great things. What was kind of instrumental in you kind of getting this company back in the right direction?
Look, I said it a lot over the last 2 years when myself and Don Callis came here. First of all, we came here for one reason, Anthem Sports. Because after so much instability, even though we knew it was going to take a while before wrestling fans could start to trust Impact Wrestling, we knew with a company like Anthem Sports, being at the helm of Impact Wrestling, we knew that there was stability. And we knew it was going to be process over an extended period of time. So many people over the years here in this company's past, it's always been quick fixes. Hey, we're going to do this, it's going to be awesome. Oh, we're going to do this right around the corner, everything's going to be great. We knew that wasn't the case. We knew it was going to be small, incremental changes and improvements that over the course of time were going to make things better. And we knew that after fans had been disrespected and cheated on at times and misled, that we knew that when we come out and say, hey, we're going to do this, there's no reason for the fans to believe us. But we knew if we said something and then we delivered it, the fans may not believe us the next time, but if we said something and delivered a second time and a third and a fourth and a fifth, then eventually we can hopefully start to re-earn the trust. So I think over the last 2 years, we've started to mend that relationship and that trust with the fans. And I think to me, we're on the verge of something really cool. A sold out house here tonight in Chicago. And guys, we're days away from Impact Wrestling's premiere on Access TV. So I think it's a really exciting time for wrestling in general. And I think specifically, it's an amazing time for Impact Wrestling.
Hey Scott, what's your take on the Bound for Glory weekend here in the Chicago area so far?
I think that this weekend, with all the Bound for Glory events, have been awesome. To go into South Bend, a town that I didn't even realize it had been, that's like somebody said, it's almost 20 years since there had been a major wrestling company there. To go to South Bend and have a great little show like Prelude, which is what we like to do, and get out there, put that out there on the Impact Plus app. And then yesterday, the idea of yesterday, guys, was just, we're in town, we're here, let's get everybody under one roof, let's get out there with the fans, and let's have a fun time. Let's let our athletes go out there and mingle with the fans, get a little bit of rest before such a big day today, and let's showcase some of the great independent talent that's out there that we've been so lucky to work with. And the feedback that I've gotten so far from people is really positive, and for myself, I thought it was a fun thing and something we need to look to explore how we could continue and expand that in the future.
One more question.
One name that has made a kind of huge influence on Impact in the past is Matt Hardy, and we've seen that he's kind of been maybe going through a different career change, maybe looking to wrap up his in-ring career. Would maybe be something, I know that things have changed a lot with Impact in the last couple of years. Would he be a name that's maybe welcome back and some kind of interesting, maybe creative role, or whatever you guys might want to do?
Look, I've known Matt Hardy for a lot of years, and he's a good dude, and like all of us, he's a passionate wrestling fan. And I think one of the things that was important for us when we came in here and formed this new management team, like I talked about, was repairing relationships. And Matt Hardy was one of those relationships that needed to be repaired. Needed to be repaired to respect Matt's position in the history of this company, and it sends a message that after some of the issues between Matt Hardy and the previous regime of Impact Wrestling, that the current regime, led by Ed Nordholm, was different. And that's why it was so cool to be able to put that to rest, come to a conclusion to allow Matt to be happy and move on, and allow us to move on and show that Impact Wrestling is a changed company, and be happy to work or collaborate with Matt on anything, whether it was him in the ring or whether it was him behind the scenes. Clearly, he's a guy who's got passion and creativity, so no matter where he goes and what he does in wrestling or otherwise, he's going to succeed. So, thanks, guys.
Appreciate it.